Hello, welcome to Mr. Rouse Teaching Math. Today we are teaching 4.7. Today is repeated subtraction with division, because multiplication is just really 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals the same thing as saying 3 times 3, because you have 3 and 3 groups. Repeated subtraction and division is doing it the opposite way. You start with 12, and you take away 3, and you get 9. Take away 3, and you get 6. Take away 3, and you get 3. And then eventually, you get to where you need to. For instance, like if I had the division problem of 72 divided by 6. I can take away 6 over and over. 12, I can't minus s, so 12 minus 6 is 6, which would be 66. I can take another 6 away, and this would get me 60, and this would get me 54. 54 minus 6 gets me 48, minus 6 gets me 42. And I can keep doing this until I get to 0, and then I would count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and eventually I would get to the amount that I need. That takes forever. Okay, so I do not suggest your students do it this way. Okay, I don't suggest that at all, because it is going to take a very, 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 very long time. So what I do suggest is, for instance, let's look at if I have 42 divided by 3. I want to use repeated subtraction. So in this case, I'm always going to use a number I know, or what I can do is I can go 3 goes into 4 how many times? Well, it goes in about 1 time, right? And then I have this 2, so I have to add a 0. So if I do 10 times 3, it equals what? 30. So now I can take 30 minus 42, and 2 minus 0 is 2, 4 minus 3 is 1, so I get 12. Now I go 3 times what is 12? Good. 4 times 3 equals 12. And so I minus 12 out here, and I get 0. So I'm done there. But now if we look here, I add those together, I get 14. I very strongly suggest when your kids write this out, and I suggest they do write it out on the side, and they line up what they're timesing that factor by, the factor of 3, the multiple of 3, what they're timesing that by, because line those two up, so you're adding those. And then this over on this other side has to equal your dividend. If that equals the dividend, you're correct. So your answer is 14. Now it's a lot easier to take a big chunk out of there than to minus 3 14 times and then count how many 3's you used. Let's look at another one. Let's go 65 divided by 5 equals. Okay, so I'm going to always start with my tens. It's easy. So I'm going to go 10 times 5 equals 50. I'm going to minus my 50 out, and I get 5. 6 minus 5 is 1, so 15. Now 5 times what is 15? Good, 3. So 3 times 5 equals 15. Plus those out, 10 plus 3 is 13. And just to make sure this is right, it does equal to 65. So my answer is 65. One more, 78 divided by 6. Once again, I'm always going to take out a 10. Okay, so 10 times 6 equals, good, 60. So I got 60, and then minus, I get, good, 18. Now I can say 6 times what is 18? 3. 3 times 6 equals 18. I add these, and I get 13. I'm going to add that just in case is 8, which is 78. So my answer is 13. So this is really what we're doing for today's assignment. It's called repeated subtraction. We use in division. This is Mr. Rouse teaching 4.7. Join me next time as I teach you 4.8. Have a nice night.